Were you a fan of Days Gone? Did it really tickle your fancy, and was it something that you wished was an actual real game and not a giant scam? Well, this here is Nakwon Last Paradise, and it is as close as you can get to Days Gone without losing your money with nothing in return. It is a third-person zombie apocalypse stealth survival game. Has you experienced a new form of post-apocalyptic life that you've never seen before. It is an extraction survival game where you go in, gather resources in the PvP city where zombies and survivors must coexist to survive in the new societal structure. It is developed and published by Nakwon, and we don't have a release date yet, but it will be coming into early access, and the developers have got some really cool notes going out there. There's a lot of stuff that they're paying attention to and keeping in touch with the community, which is great news. I'd highly recommend wishlisting this game. There's a lot of stuff on their socials, and all of the links are in the description down below. The trailer that you see in the background is the game, and it is real gameplay. I have played it. It is enjoyable. I did think that I did a video on it previously, but it seems like I haven't done a video. I can't find it on the channel. Maybe it was something that I made and then never uploaded, but it's very cool. It looks awesome. I love what the team have done, and the trailers do represent the game. There is gameplay out there. It is playable. It's currently not on a demo or anything like that. The last time it was available was around the start of 2024. They did an open weekend to get a load of feedback, so it's improved a hell of a lot since then. Judging by all of the development things that they've posted, the developer notes, gameplay, stuff like that, there's some really cool stuff. The game has been in development for just under 2 years' time, and at the time when they released their first alpha where people could play was almost a year ago, so it'd only been in development for just under a year before they actually allow people in to play, and at that point it looked really good. They have toned back a lot of the stuff that was in the alpha because they want to make it feel more realistic. Now, when I played the alpha, it was very tough. The zombies were everywhere. It was really hard to get around the map. You have to move around relatively quietly. There's a big emphasis on getting in, getting the resources you want, and getting out. This is not a game where you're going in trying to kill every zombie that you see. This won't work like that at all. You will have to pick and choose your battles, because if you die, you lose all of your resources. You've got to get back out there, get it back to your home base. The city is scarce of guns, but filled with hiding spots. There's tons of buildings that you'll be able to go in, but you must survive and avoid zombies as much as possible. There are also other enemies and humans out there which will pretty much annihilate you to take everything that you want. You've got to infiltrate the city, get in and hide from survivors and zombies, and be careful where you fight to collect useful items that you can sell. There's also ways to make money by completing missions that are in your base of operations. Now, you have a sort of little home base, which is quite cool. It is this little cabin sort of here. It looks like a shipping container, which you can modify, you can make it better, you can add various things to it. Now, inside this base camp is where you'll be able to get notifications from other survivors and NPCs which need you to do some quests, gather things for them. Like, some of the missions will be go and get a teddy that my son has lost, get into the city, get to that house and get the teddy, get it back, and you'll get a little bit of a payment. And then there's also these story quests here. Now, the story quests are basic. They allow you to level up your character and progress through the game and get some better gear as you move forward. The other NPC quests that I mentioned are just really for earning money so you can get yourself some better resources to drop into the city itself. Now, they've done lots and lots of work on the character creation and the leveling system. So as you can see here, this is the character that you'll be able to pick, and there's also this here, which is a little bit of customization that you'll be able to do. It's not massively detailed. That's not what they're going for. They want the game to be more about the survival in the city, but they have said that they will be working on customization and character leveling as the game progresses. I don't know when there'll be another alpha. I've looked through everything and there's no news yet of when they're going to be doing that. But they've said they should finish up the alpha by the end of this year. They mentioned that in a dev letter from the start of October. So hopefully no changes there and it continues to go. As I did mention at the start of the video, these guys are really in touch with the community and they're posting updates every month at the least. There's an update every couple of weeks. They've been showcasing new gameplay, new features of the game, which is brilliant. I love how far it has progressed over the past year. Now, as you can see in the various screenshots and trailers that are going on in the background, there are many melee weapons and ways to distract the zombies. As I mentioned, one of the key ways to get through this game is to survive and avoid confrontation as much as possible. Now, you can do that by throwing things like bottles and bricks to get the zombies' attention over to other areas. The game is based in a very largely populated city, so there are zombies around almost every corner that you come across. But the best way to get around them is to distract them by throwing things, getting them to go over to other areas, and a real cool thing that you can do is, if there's other survivors, which is one of the ways that I managed to save myself when I was playing, you can throw bottles and bricks at the survivors, and the zombies will run to them, providing you're quiet enough. And that was my go-to way of taking out enemies. Well, taking out other players. Is let the zombies do the work for you. It's relatively easy. The zombies are fucking tough. Whether they'll be toned back slightly when the game launches, I'm not 100%. But I'd imagine that is going to be the way. Because they are brutal. If you get 3 or 4 on you, you can very easily be overwhelmed and taken out. So it is a sort of more hardcore, sort of like Tarkov, but Tarkov and Days Gone have merged, and Days Gone was never a scam. Tarkov is more melee based, and that is what Nakwon is. That is what you're coming out with. And I'm very excited to see the progression of this game. I'm going to continually post updates as and when the team post more. I love what they're doing. It looks really cool. Their development history is very much sort of, well, it's all right. They've done the First Descendant. They've got a couple of other games that they've done. First Descendant was a relatively good game, released in June of 2024. And they're good. They've got a good sort of history. Counter-Strike Nexon, Vindictus, Maple Story. So, yeah, they're not an indie team. They've got some stuff out there already. So overall, I'm quite excited to see how they go with this. This will be their first title that's sort of zombie survival based. They've not done anything like this before. So it could go well, could go bad. But they did start developing this around about the time that Days Gone went tits up. So obviously there is a massive want out there for a game that was a Days Gone game. And there's nothing out there for that at the moment. And this, yes, does have that extraction element, which Days Gone wasn't originally meant to have and wasn't showcased as. So that could put a couple of people off. But other than that, I think this could be something that fills that hole a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you like the idea of Nakwon Last Paradise? Are you going to be checking it out? Will you wishlist it? Let me know down below. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon with some more survival.